there, I'm Sanketa and welcome to Vertical Dots video editing series. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use Shortcut, which is a free video editing software, to edit your YouTube videos or other videos professionally. You will learn everything from downloading Shortcut to exporting the final video. So, let's get started. I have put tags in the description so that you can directly jump on the topic like importing footage, different tools, adding effects, adding text, transitions and exporting video. You can use the tag to go to the specific topic. Now let's go ahead and download Shortcut. Go to Google and look for Shortcut video editing app. There is no R in Shortcut, so it's SHOTCUT. You can click on this download Shortcut. Be careful on this page, don't click on these highlighted buttons. These are ads, it might be different for you, just make sure you don't click on those. The actual download link is a little confusing, it's just a plain text. You can hover over it and click on it. You can download any of these links. You can download from any of these options, site 1 or site 2, it doesn't matter. You might want to avoid these zip files. You can directly download this installer, either 64-bit or 32-bit Windows installer. I will download from site 2, GitHub. I will choose 64-bit Windows installer because I have a 64-bit operating system. If your computer has 32-bit operating system, then choose the 32-bit Windows installer. You can choose the location where you want to save it. And it's done. You can click on it. This dialog box will pop up. Click on I agree for terms and condition. I will leave this default. Click next and install. Now it's complete. Close it. At start menu, look for Shortcut. Here you have it. First, here we will create new project. Click here and select the location where you want to save your project. Then give it a name. I will call it demo_shortcut. In video mode, rather than using automatic, we will choose other settings for our video. I will choose HD 1080p 2398 frames per second. So it will be a full HD video. If you want 4K video, then select UHD settings. Now click on Start. This is playlist panel. Here you can import your files. There are two ways you can import your files. You can click on Open File, select your files and click on Open. Another way is you can directly drag and drop your files here. First clip will automatically start playing in Source Monitor. You can play it to see your footage, or you can just scrub through it. You can view these files as files, view as icon, view as details. Here you will see all the information about that clip. You can make any panel bigger by just holding on these lines and moving them. I will click on view as icon. When you double click on media file, it will open in Source Monitor. If you want to use this clip, you can add it to the timeline. You can drag and drop your clip to the timeline. See, you added your entire clip to the timeline. This is timeline. Timeline is where you actually edit your footage. One thing I want to mention here, there are two tabs here. One is keyframes and other is timeline. If you are on keyframes and you try to drag and drop your clip, then you won't be able to do that. So make sure you are on the timeline. If you want, you can trim it. You see this red line? You can just hold it and move it. Now let's add another clip to the timeline. Double click on the clip. It will open in the Source Monitor. Rather than using entire clip, if you want to use only small portion of this clip, then just move these white arrows, select your in and out points, then hold it and drag and drop it to the timeline. Now you have these two clips. And notice whatever you have on timeline, you can see it in Project Monitor. In Source Monitor, you can view your footage. And in Project Monitor, you can see the footage that is on your timeline. We will add another clip. So rather than using these white arrows to select your clip, you can just hit I on the keyboard to set the in point and hit O on the keyboard to set the out point. Now, this portion of the clip is selected. Drag and drop that clip to the timeline. Now notice one thing. I'm using Ctrl Z to undo action. When you drag and drop your clip, it snaps at the end of the previous clip. Because this toggle snapping tool is activated, it's looking highlighted. If it's deactivated and you try to put your clip on the timeline, see, it's not snapping. It will overwrite the previous clip. So make sure it's activated. And here you can see cut, copy and paste options. They work exactly the same way that you use it in Word document. So with cut, you can cut any clip and paste it anywhere you want it. And notice, when you cut a clip, other clips move forward automatically to fill up the gap. If you want to use one clip multiple times, then you can copy it and paste it. If you want to paste it in between these two clips, then just move your playhead there. By the way, this is called playhead. And paste it. Other clips will move automatically to make a room for this new clip. If you want to delete any clip, then you can select it and hit delete on the keyboard to delete that clip. But then you will have this gap here. If you want to avoid it, then click on this minus button. And see, other clips moved automatically. So with this minus button, you can delete any clip on the timeline and other clips will move automatically to fill up the gap. These plus and minus buttons work exactly the same way as their names indicates. With plus, you can add any clip to the timeline. Click on the footage which you want to use. It will open in Source Monitor. Select in and out point, and rather than drag and drop it to the timeline, click on this plus button. And you will see this new clip is added at the end of the sequence. With this tool, you can split any clip at the playhead position. For example, if you only want to use beginning part of this clip, you can click on the split button. You will have these two clips separately. You can delete this last clip. This one is a very useful tool. It's a ripple trim and drop. So, suppose you want to add new clip in between these two clips. Let's try to drag and drop this clip here. It will override the other clips. If you activate this ripple trim and drop and then drag and drop this clip, then notice other clips will move automatically to make a room for this new clip. So keep this button activated. When you will click on these lines, you will see more options that you can add or remove from your timeline. Let's add new video track. Here you can put new video clip. You can add audio track and add background music there. I have this music clip here. To save your project, click on the Save tab or hit Ctrl+S and do that from time to time so that you won't lose your work if this software crashes. I will explain you all these tools in next video because I don't want to overwhelm you with all this information. Next, we will look at the effects that you can use for your videos. Select the clip and then click on this Filters tab. Then click on this plus button. Under Favorite tab, you will see some default effects have added. Under Video tab, you will see more effects that you can use. And under Audio tab, you will see audio effects. Let's try this size, position and rotate. When you will click on it, the effect will add to the clip. You can make changes here. If you want to zoom in, then grab this end and just pull it. And then you can grab this middle point and adjust it accordingly. You can rotate it if you want. And if you don't like the changes, then you can click on this reset button. It will go back to its original values. Now let's add another effect. Let's add brightness to it. You can increase the brightness by just pulling this middle part. If you want to remove any effect, then you can select the effect and then click on this minus button. It will remove the effect. So with plus button, you can add the effect, and with minus button, you can remove the effect. If you know any effect, then you can search that effect here. Let's look for old film effect. We have all these effects available here. You can try any. Then you can make changes in amount and size. Let's try this crop circle effect. We can actually animate this circle by adding keyframes. So in the beginning, we will show this black screen. Let's add the keyframe at the beginning of that clip. Click on this icon to add the keyframe. The clip will open in Keyframes tab. So your actual sequence is on timeline. But now you are on keyframes. If you will scroll down, you will see this first keyframe is added. Move your playhead little further and then increase the radius. Make it 100% so that the video will be revealed. And you will see this nice animation. Click on the timeline tab to go back to our sequence. Now we will add text to our video. Select the clip, click on plus button, then in search box, look for text. You will see these two effects. Let's try the simple text. Default, you will see this time code on the screen. You can delete it and add your text here. I will type travel diary. You can change the font color. Choose any color you like. You can change the font here. You can resize text by just moving these up corners or down corners. And you can change its position by grabbing this middle point and moving it around. You can put it at the top or middle or at the bottom. I will keep it at the middle. You can use these presets to give it a nice animation look. Like sliding from the left. It will look like this. But the changes we made, like font and size, they are gone because we made changes before we choose the preset. So make sure you first choose the preset you want to use, then make changes in text. Let's try this sliding from the bottom preset. It will look like this. Let's put it in the middle. If you want to add title to the video, then click on Open Other and click on Text. This window will pop up. Here you can type your text. You can add background color here. I will keep it black. Now you will see your title here. Uncheck this box for Use Font Size, so the text will look bigger. And you can resize it, reposition it. And here you can change font color, change font, like we did it earlier. You can also use these presets. I will keep it default. This title is not saved yet. We can only see it in Source Monitor. To save it, go to Playlist and drag and drop this title there. Click on Source Monitor and now you can drag and drop it to the timeline. We will give it a fade in and fade out effect. If you go to the beginning of the clip, you will see this circle and hand. You can click it and move it further. It will give a fade in effect. Same at the end of the clip, you will see that circle. Move it to give it a fade out effect. Next, we will talk about transition effects. Like I showed you on title, you can use that fade in and fade out transition on video clips also. Like this. If you move second clip over first clip, it will create a nice dissolve effect. Keep it in mind that how much you overlap both clips will be the duration of the dissolve transition. For example, if you overlap only a little, then it will be a quick transition. If you overlap more, then it will be a longer transition. And it will only create transition if you move second clip over first clip. If you try to move first clip over second clip, other clips will move further. It won't create transition. Now we will see how we can export that video so that you can upload that video on YouTube or any other social media platform. Click on Export. This window will open. Under Preset, you will see more formats that you can choose from. You can choose YouTube. You will have MP4 file. If you only want to export audio, you can choose MP3 or WAV format. If you want to export image, then you can choose format from still, like JPEG or PNG. I generally use H.264 main profile. It will give you nice MP4 HD video. Click on Export File. You can choose the location where you want to save your video. You can also change the video file name here. Click on Save and you will see here this video is rendering. Now it's done. You can open the folder and check out your video. I hope you liked the video and learned something new. If you did, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to share your comments below. I have more video editing tutorials on my channel that you can follow. Bye for now. See you next time.